Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the Emma Hour, your quiet, comforting space where we untangle the chaos of learning and growing. I'm your friend, Emma. Before we dive in today, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale, hold it for just a second, and exhale slowly. That's it. You're here, you showed up, and that alone is powerful. Now, today's episode is one I've been wanting to do for a long time because it speaks directly to something I've heard from thousands of people just like you. You can understand English. You listen to movies, music, YouTube videos, podcasts, you laugh at jokes, you catch the meaning. But when someone asks you a question in English, your throat tightens, your brain freezes, and all those English words you know just disappear. You whisper to yourself, "Why can't I speak? What's wrong with me?" Let me stop you right there, my friend. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken, you are not lazy, and no, it's not too late. You're just stuck in the most common and most frustrating stage of language learning, passive understanding versus active speaking. And you know what? That's okay. But today, we're going to really talk about it. So sit back, pour yourself a cup of tea, take a walk, or just lie down and close your eyes. Let me walk with you through this journey, slowly, gently, because if you've been silent for too long, this might just be the beginning of your voice. I'm so happy you're here today, and honestly, I want to start this episode by saying one simple thing. You are not alone. Have you ever found yourself understanding English perfectly? Like you listen to podcasts, you watch movies, you read signs, and your brain just gets it? But when it's time to open your mouth and speak, nothing comes out? Your thoughts in English, but your voice silent. It can feel confusing. It can feel frustrating, sometimes even embarrassing, right? You might think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I speak when I understand so much? And if you've ever felt that, let me tell you, there are millions of people feeling the exact same way every single day. Let's talk about one of them. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you know. Let me introduce you to Ravi. Ravi is a smart, hardworking student from India. He studied in his mother tongue all his life. He reads English newspapers, he listens to English YouTubers, he even watches Hollywood movies without subtitles. But the moment he's in front of someone who says, "Tell me something about yourself," his brain goes blank, his heart races, his throat tightens, and suddenly, it's like all the English he knew just disappears. Have you ever felt that way? You see, the truth is, there is nothing wrong with your brain. You are not lazy. You are not slow. You are not bad at English. You're just human. There is a reason this happens, and we're going to talk about it in this podcast series. But for now, just breathe with me for a moment. Yeah, really, let's do it together. Inhale, hold, exhale. You're here because you want to change. You're here because you know you can speak, even if it's not perfect, even if it's slow, even if you get stuck. And guess what? That's exactly how it starts. In the next few minutes, I'll tell you why this happens, why your English is stuck inside your head, and how we can bring it out slowly, gently, without fear. But before we do that, I want to leave you with this thought. You don't need to be fluent to be brave. You just need to begin. So stick with me, and we'll take this journey together, step by step, word by word, voice by voice. Okay, friend, welcome back. Now that we've taken that first breath together, now that we know you're not alone, let's talk about something important. Let's talk about this question that probably lives inside your head all the time. Why can I understand English, but I can't speak it? You hear a movie scene, you understand. You listen to a YouTube video, you understand. You read a WhatsApp message in English, you understand. But when someone looks at you and says, "Tell me something about yourself," your brain goes completely blank. Your mouth feels dry, and you think, "What is happening to me?" Well, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault, and it's more common than you think. In fact, it usually comes down to 3 simple but powerful reasons. Let's talk about them. Consonants. Reason 1, the fear of making mistakes. Let's be honest, most of us were trained in school to avoid mistakes, right? Raise your hand if you were afraid of your English teacher. Maybe when you spoke in class, someone laughed. Maybe a teacher corrected your grammar in front of everyone. Or maybe you just grew up thinking, if I say the wrong sentence, people will think I'm stupid. This fear is like a little voice in your head that says, don't speak until it's perfect. But here's the truth. Perfect is the enemy of progress. You do not need perfect grammar to speak. You need courage. You need to give yourself permission to make mistakes. Because mistakes are not failure. They are proof that you are learning. Consonants. Reason 2, no real practice in speaking. Let's imagine this. You're learning to swim. You read 10 books about swimming. You watch 100 YouTube videos, but you never jump into the water. Will you learn to swim? Of course not, because reading about swimming is not swimming, and listening to English is not the same as speaking English. Most learners spend years inputting English, listening, reading, watching, but very few spend time on output, speaking. And you know why? Because there's no safe space. Most learners don't have someone patient to talk to, or they live in places where no one speaks English, or they're just scared to try. So your brain becomes like a full tank of water, but the tap is rusty. There's knowledge inside, but no flow outside. And that's okay, because today we're cleaning that tap. We're going to make the water flow, bit by bit. Consonants. Reason 3, thinking in your native language. Let me ask you something. Do you think in English, or do you translate in your mind before you speak? If you're like most people, you're translating from your native language, Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Bengali, Spanish, whatever it may be. And when we translate, the brain takes longer. That delay creates confusion and we freeze. It's like trying to run a race while wearing heavy boots. You can move, but you're slow and you trip easily. That's why we need to build your thinking muscle in English. Not just learning words, but creating thoughts in English. Short sentences, simple ideas, one small step at a time. And guess what? That's what this podcast is for. We're going to train your brain to stop translating and start speaking naturally from the inside out. So, to recap, you understand English but can't speak because of 1. Fear of mistakes. 2. Lack of speaking practice. 3. Thinking in your own language and translating. And none of those are your fault. They are the result of a system, not a personal failure. And now that you understand this, you are already one step closer to breaking the pattern. Your voice matters, and your voice deserves to be heard, in English or any language. In the next part, I'll tell you a beautiful truth. You already have the English inside you. Let me share something that might surprise you. Are you ready? You already have the English inside you. Yes, it's true. Even if you've never spoken a full sentence, even if you feel scared, blocked, or unsure, you already know more English than you think. Let me show you how. You have learned passively for years. Emma, think about your daily life. How many times have you listened to English songs, watched English movies, or read messages in English? You've been doing this for years. All this time, your brain has been collecting English, like a sponge. You may not notice it, but your brain is full of English words, sounds, sentence structures, even accents. That's why you can understand so much, because the knowledge is there. It's already stored inside you. The problem is not the knowledge. The problem is confidence. And confidence is not a personality trait. Confidence is a muscle, and we're going to build it. Star. You don't need big words to speak. Emma, here's another secret. You don't need fancy words or long sentences to speak well. You don't need to sound like a news anchor. You don't need an American or British accent. You don't need to use words like notwithstanding or metaphorically. You just need this: simple words, clear thoughts, and a little courage. Listen to this. I want to speak English. I am trying every day. I believe I can do it. Isn't that beautiful? That's real English. That's powerful English. And you can say that right now. Mirror. The English is in you. You just need a mirror. Emma. Sometimes we can't see what we already have. We look at other people and think, wow, they speak so fluently. I could never be like that. But here's the truth. They were like you once. They also froze. They also made mistakes. They also felt afraid. The only difference is they kept going. And now you're going to keep going too. You don't need to build the English. You just need to release it. This podcast and every episode that follows is your mirror. When you speak with me, when you repeat after me, when you whisper to yourself, you're setting your English free. Music begins to swell gently. Emma, so let me tell you again, from my heart to yours, you already have the English inside you. It's there in your thoughts. It's there in your dreams. It's there in your hopes. Now it's time to bring it to your voice. In the next part of this podcast, I'll show you how to train your brain to think in English, even if you're a total beginner. We'll do it gently. We'll do it together. Dear listener, you're doing something powerful today. You're not just learning English, you're learning to live in English. In this part, I want to teach you something very important. Fluency begins in your mind, not in your mouth. If you can train your brain to think in English, your words will follow naturally, and you won't need to translate anymore. Let's learn how to do it, step by step. Brain symbol, step 1. Name what you see. Emma, look around you right now. What do you see? A chair, a window, a bottle of water, a notebook, a pen. Say these words in English. Window, fan, phone, water. This simple habit builds your English memory. Your brain starts creating faster connections. You stop thinking in your first language and start thinking directly in English. Let's learn how to do it step by step. Speak. Step 2. Speak simple sentences to yourself. Emma, now try saying what you're doing in English. I am walking. I am making coffee. I feel tired. The sky looks beautiful. These are small, simple sentences, but they are powerful because they are your real thoughts and they are happening in English. This is not grammar practice. This is brain training. Photo. Step 3. Describe one photo daily. Emma, here's a fun method called One Photo, 4 Sentences. Pick a random photo from your phone. Look at it and describe it in English. This is me at the beach. The sun was very bright. I went there with my friends. It was a happy day. That's it. 4 sentences. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be real. This helps your brain turn memories into English expressions. And slowly, English becomes part of your thinking. A clock. Step 4, the 60-second talk. Emma, now try this challenge. Once a day, speak in English for 60 seconds. Pick any topic. What I ate today. My favorite hobby. What I plan to do tomorrow. Set a timer. Speak for 60 seconds without stopping. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Don't stop to correct yourself. Just let your thoughts flow in English. You are training your brain to think and speak at the same time. And that's real fluency. Music shifts to an uplifting tone. Emma, let's review. Check. Name objects around you in English. Check. Speak small sentences about your actions. Check. Describe one photo every day. Check. Practice 60 seconds of free English talking. These are not big things, but if you do them every day, your brain will start choosing English automatically. It won't be slow, it won't need to translate, it will just happen. Because your brain is brilliant, it learns what you repeat. So repeat English, live in English, and soon you will speak in English with confidence. In the next part, we'll go deeper. How to stop being afraid of speaking in front of others. Even when your hands shake, even when your mind goes blank. But for now, take a deep breath and smile. This part? This one is personal. Because now, we're not just talking about English. We're talking about fear. The fear of being judged, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of looking foolish. I know that fear. I felt it too. And I want you to know it is completely normal. Even confident people feel nervous when they speak in a new language. But here's the truth I want you to hear with your whole heart. Fluency grows when you stop fearing failure. And together, we're going to break that fear step by step. Step 1. Understand what the fear really is. Emma, fear doesn't come from your voice. It comes from your mind. It says, what if they laugh at me? What if I make a mistake? What if I forget the words? But here's a question. What if you speak and it helps someone? What if someone hears your courage and feels inspired? You see, fear is a story your brain tells you. You can choose a better story. Step 2. Practice alone but out loud. Emma, before you speak to people, speak to yourself out loud. Go to your room, close the door, stand in front of a mirror and say, I am not afraid. I am learning. I am practicing. I am growing. I will not be perfect, and that is okay. Now pick a topic and talk for 1 minute. It could be my day at work, my favorite movie, why I want to speak English better. No one is watching, no one is judging. This is your safe space. You're building a voice, a confident one. Step 3. Talk to one person you trust. Emma, when you're ready, speak to just one person. Someone kind, someone who supports you. Say, can I speak with you in English for a few minutes, just to practice? It's okay to tell them you're nervous. It's okay to be honest. Most people will respect your effort because learning a new language takes bravery. You don't need to impress. You just need to try. And every try breaks the fear a little more. Step 4. Record your voice. Emma, this is a powerful trick. Take your phone, open the voice recorder, and talk for 1 minute. Talk about your day, your dreams, your goals, anything. Then listen to it. At first, you might feel awkward. That's okay, but keep doing it every day for 30 days. Soon, you'll hear something beautiful. Your progress. Your voice will get stronger, your words will come faster, your fear will become smaller. Music becomes more confident, uplifting. Emma, let me tell you something true. Every fluent speaker you admire today was once a scared beginner. They made mistakes, they said the wrong words, they felt shy, but they kept going. So don't be afraid to speak. Be proud that you are trying. Speak even when you feel nervous. Speak even if your voice shakes. Speak even if your English isn't perfect. Because every word you say is one step closer to fluency. Music becomes more confident, uplifting. Let me tell you something true. Every fluent speaker you admire today was once a scared beginner. They made mistakes, they said the wrong words, they felt shy, but they kept going. So don't be afraid to speak. Be proud that you are trying. Speak even when you feel nervous. Speak even if your voice shakes. Speak even if your English isn't perfect. Because every word you say is one step closer to fluency. Brain, a final thought. Emma, let's end this part with a powerful sentence. Say it with me right now. I am not afraid to speak. I am learning. I am growing. I am enough. Say it again. Feel it. You're doing something extraordinary. And next time, we'll talk about how to make English speaking a daily habit, even with a busy life. You've come a long way. You understand English. You've started to think in English. You're learning to speak without fear. But here's the truth. One day of practice is good, but daily practice creates fluency. In this part, I'll help you build a simple English-speaking routine, even if you have a job, family, or very little free time. You don't need 3 hours. You just need 10 to 15 minutes a day, used wisely. Let's build that routine together. Time. Step 1. Pick a fixed time daily, consistency over length. Emma. The first step is choosing a daily speaking time. It can be morning after waking up, evening before bed, during lunch break, while walking alone. What matters most is consistency. Same time, every day. Even if it's just 10 minutes, your brain starts to expect it, and that creates a habit. A routine isn't about how long you speak, it's about how regularly you show up. Microphone. Step 2. Use a daily speaking template so you never get stuck. Emma. Here's a simple 5-minute daily speaking template. 1. Greet yourself. 1 minute. Good morning. I'm feeling a bit tired today, but I'm ready to speak English. 2. Talk about yesterday. 2 minutes. Yesterday, I went to the market. I bought vegetables. Then I watched a movie. 3. Talk about today. 1 minute. Today, I have a lot of work. I need to attend a meeting and write a report. 4. Talk about one emotion or thought. 1 minute. I feel a little nervous about my presentation, but I'll do my best. You don't need to memorize anything. Just follow the structure. Speak freely every day. Phone. Step 3. Record, replay, reflect. Emma. Use your phone to record these short daily sessions. Then listen back. Ask yourself, was I clear? Did I pause too much? Did I try new words? Don't judge, just reflect. This helps you understand your patterns and gives you small goals to improve. Light. Step 4. Add 1 new word a day. Emma. Every day, pick 1 new word or phrase. Learn it, use it in a sentence. Speak it out loud. Example. New word, confident. Sentence. I want to feel confident when I speak English. Add it to your vocabulary journal. In 30 days, you'll have 30 new words, all used in your real speech. That's real growth. Peace. Step 5. Mix it up once a week. Emma. Once a week, change the routine a little. Try describing a photo, watch a 2-minute English video, then explain it. Tell a short story from your past. Talk about your goals and dreams. This keeps your brain active and your learning fun. Music builds with gentle energy. Emma. Let's review your daily speaking routine. Check. Choose a consistent 10-minute time. Check. Follow the 5-minute speaking template. Check. Record your voice and listen. Check. Add 1 new word every day. Check. Mix it up once a week. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's doable. Fluency isn't magic. It's just tiny steps repeated with love. You're not just learning to speak. You're building a daily connection with the English language. In the next part, we'll go even deeper, how to start real English conversations with strangers, online partners, or English-speaking friends. But for now, take a moment to feel proud. You've created a path, a system, a rhythm, and day by day, you're becoming the English speaker. So, here we are at the end of today's journey. And if you've been with me from the beginning, you already know something powerful now. You understand English. You can think in English. You are not weak. You are growing. Maybe your words still come slowly. Maybe you still pause or search for the right phrase. Maybe you still feel nervous. But listen closely. You are speaking, and that is everything. The seed has been planted. Emma, today you planted a seed of fluency, of daily practice, of courage. You learned that you don't have to translate everything, that thinking in English is a trainable skill, that fear is normal but not permanent, that even 10 minutes a day can transform your voice. This is your beginning, not your ending. Conversation. Your voice matters. Emma, I want to remind you of something very, very important. Your English doesn't need to be perfect. Your voice is already powerful because your voice carries your story. And someone out there needs to hear your story. Maybe in a job interview, maybe on a podcast, maybe in a conversation that changes a life. So never say, I can't speak. Instead say, I'm learning, I'm practicing, and I will speak bravely. Let's stay connected. Emma, if this podcast helped you, please don't keep it inside. Practice what you learned today, even just one small step. And if you feel inspired, share this episode with a friend who's also learning. You never know who might need these words today. Music swells gently, full of hope. Emma, this is not the end of your story. It's just the beginning of your voice. Keep practicing, keep trying, keep believing, because one day soon, you'll speak English with joy, not fear. And I'll be right here cheering for you. Until next time, take a deep breath, smile, and say it with me. I'm not perfect, I'm just brave.